Hello, my name is Helen Berry and I'm a Professor of History at the University of Exeter. I'm the external curator for the exhibition Fighting Talk. So some of the memories that George writes down relate to big famous events. Obviously, Trafalgar is so arresting because we all think we know the story of the Battle of Trafalgar, but he tells it from a different and personal perspective. So that's just amazing. I think for me, some of the things that really stick in my mind relate to his emotions. So for the first time, we have an insight into the inner world of a foundling born in the 18th century. And there are these little touching details about probably how he would have told other people about the story of his life, including where he was from, and a woman he calls his mother, who wasn't his biological mother, but the woman who had raised him in his early years. So I think those are the things that really stand out for me. His sense of humour and his humanity. He talks about landing on shore after a number of years. He's still a young man, and he is so happy to feel the ground beneath his feet that he runs so fast up the shore. He jokes that he doesn't think even a greyhound would have caught him. So just moments like that where you get a sense that he has enjoyed moments in his life and felt very fulfilled. Some of the things that George says about his life at the Foundling Hospital animate those dry records that we have in new ways. The thing that really is very striking is the importance of his best friend, Henry Rivington, who was obviously like a brother to him. And you get this little indication that the boys were very good at almost forming family ties, and those ties remain important to them for the rest of their lives. And the other thing is the importance of his relationship with his schoolmaster, Robert Aitchison, who teaches him how to read, but importantly, how to write as well. And that gift of just that little bit of attention, nurturing, mentoring, personal interest, and a little bit more education is what makes all the difference for George, as it does to many children today who find a teacher who can really inspire them and who take an interest and encourage them. So I found that deeply touching. My favourite, some of the things that I have learned about Georgian life that George records that I didn't know enough about previously and which I want to find out more about relate to his life on board ship, this wooden world where the men are paid. When they have seized a ship, they're paid and given a share in the bounty. And then what they do with that little bit of extra income is quite interesting to me. It's almost though as soon as the prize money is awarded, flotillas of other little boats come along and they are offered all kinds of luxuries and goodies and indeed sexual services by women who arrive in boats. And it's just this vivid moment where you get the sense of everyone wanting to profit and share the spoils of empire. These are really difficult stories for us today. We might want to think about some of those, how that relates to the story of exploitation and empire and where those riches have come from, particularly on the back of enslaved labour. But how even ordinary working boys and men like George could prosper, and they knew that if they were a part of it, they could make a fortune, potentially. Now, I think that story needs to be told. It's a story for our time. And the stories have always been there, it's just we haven't necessarily paid attention to them.